Okay, hi everyone and welcome. I'm Sue, your MC today. On behalf of the Professional Development Committee of the Hong Kong Library Association, we are happy to welcome you to the first session of our Zoom webinar series, Setting Up and Deploying AI-Powered Applications Locally with Ollama, co-organized with CTU Library. We are so glad you are joining us online for this fun and informative session. As we are using Zoom for this session, I would like to quickly go over a few housekeeping notes. Please keep your microphone muted during the presentation to avoid background noise. Feel free to ask questions in the chat anytime. You can also ask during the Q&A session at the end. Make sure your Zoom display name matches your registration name so we can issue your certificate correctly. The session will be recorded and we will share the presentation materials with you afterward. To officially kick off today's event, I'm happy to invite Ms. Sita Lee, Vice President of the Hong Kong Library Association, to give the opening remarks. Please join me in welcome Sita.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sita Lee, the Vice President of Hong Kong Library Association. Welcome to our first section of the AI webinar series titled LLMs Made Simple, Your Journey from Beginner to AI Application Builder. Today, we are excited to start our journey into the world of large language models. In this webinar series, we will cover a range of topics, from open source tools to commercial platforms, helping you learn how to build your own AI applications. Whether you are a seasoned developer or a curious beginner, you will get hands-on experience with both coding and easy no-code solutions. We are thrilled to have with us today our esteemed speaker, Mr. Louis Lee, the Head of Library Instruction and Reference Services at City University of Hong Kong. Louis is not only a dictator librarian, but also a passionate Wushu coach, embodying a unique blend of knowledge and experience. His devotion for teaching and learning, along with his keen interest in AI literacy technologies, makes him the perfect guy for this series. So, without further ado, let's dive into this journey together and welcome Louis Lee.
Okay, thank you, Sita. Okay. Yes. So let me share the screen. Okay, let me share. All right, so thank you HKLA to organize this seminar. And this is the first section of the LLM series. And today, we will talk about how to deploy your AI application using Ollama. So you can deploy your application using Ollama locally in your PC or in your local server. So first of all, once again, I welcome all of you to join this section. And if you have any questions during the section, so please feel free to unmute yourself, or you can type your question in the chat box so that I can address your question as soon as possible. So my name is Louis, from CTU. So later on, if you have any questions, then you can email me about how to deploy or how to install the Ollama. Okay. So we have a very long list of learning goals. So I try to summarize this. So first of all, I will introduce you Ollama, which is a software that you can install in your PC to download the LLM model and run in your PC. And also I will try to show you how to install, how to customize the download model using what we call the Modelfile to change the behavior or to customize the behavior of the models. And also I will show you how to make use of some programming language like the Python to show you how to interact with Ollama model using the API mechanism and also the SDK mechanism. So to build a AI program. So it's a very short program. So you may not need to have a background in programming. So it's just a very short program. I just want to introduce you how to do how to interact with this model using some API or a SDK programming language. And also I will show you a very short AI application, which is a chatbot. So you can make use of the Ollama model to build this kind of application, a chatbot with just a few lines of codes. Okay. And finally, I will also demonstrate with you using the NAN, which is a software automation tools to particularly use for building some AI application. So basically, these are the things that I want to share with you today. So if you have any questions, so feel free to ask in the chat box. So I think most of you already use some generative AI tools like the ChatGPT, Copilot, DeepSeek, or Perplexity, right? So these are the top generative AI tools that we will use maybe every day, right? But before I move on, I would like to illustrate to you how the generative AI mechanism work, how the generative AI give you the response, and what the generative AI actually do for the mechanism. So you can see from this slide. So first of all, so I think most of you have the experience. So when you're using the Pro.com, when you're using the Copilot, you are required to give the prompt, right? So this is the prompt that you key in into the text box or chat box, and then this prompt will be passed to the LLM. Okay, so the LLM actually will convert this text into the so-called embeddings, because the LLM won't be able to understand the text, won't be able to understand the message. And what the LLM can understand is the digital, either 1 or 0. So the first thing the LLM do will convert this text into the so-called embedding. It's a series of number. For example, the cat will be represented by this number. The set will be represented by another number. And also, if within the LLM, there are many parameters. So you can think of parameter like the neuron in the human brain, which to analyze this number and to find out the most relevant number that is close to this text. Okay, and that's why this parameter can help you to find out the most the highly probability works, or the most relevant work that give you the response follow this sentence. Like the cat sat on the mat will be the most relevant and also the high probability work that the LLM given to you as the response. Okay, so all are based on probability, all are based on the comparison with these embeddings. Okay, all are done by the LLM. So I would like to ask you, so you are using generative AI every day. So what are you the most concerned, or what are the risks that you most concerned using the generative AI? So I would like you to share in the chat box. So just give one word. For example, you're worried about the security. Okay, so just give one word in the chat box. So I would like to see your view about using generative AI. So just give me one word. Hallucination, right? So accuracy, right? Misunderstanding, privacy, right? Security, speed, accuracy. Okay. So it seems that most of you are concerned about the privacy and security, right? So this is why we consider to download the LLM model into our local environment, and then to develop some application where all your data, all your information that communicate with the LLM model won't be able to won't be able to disseminate to the third party. Okay, so this is what we are doing today. We want to download the model. We want to develop some application locally, and that's why we want the Ollama to help us to develop some local application. Okay. So actually, what is LLM? So I think most of you know about that. So for LLM, that means you have to train with a large amount of test data to train the model, to let the model to learn about these things. So whatever the data is come from the website, whatever the data is come from some blogs, or whatever the data is come from an articles. So these are the text data used to train the model, to give the model the information, and then to build up the knowledge. And then later on, when you ask the model about some knowledge, and the model will be able to reply to you, to give them response to you. But for LLM, there is some model called the multi-model. Okay, multi-model. Multi-model means the data used to train the model is not only from the text data. It also includes some image, some audio, and also some graphic. And this multi-model LLM will be able to give you response. For example, it will help you to answer some text language, like the question and answering, and also give you some, for example, the object recognition, to help you identify some object, and also to help you to determine whether the image is, for example, is like an apple or orange. Okay, so we help you to classify the image. So there are two different types of model. Okay, so one is generally for text, another is for multimodal, that we can generate different kinds of format of the information. So so this is what we learn about the LLM. So this table gives you different types of LLM. So basically, we have the Ollama, we have the OpenAI. So I think most of you know about OpenAI, and also the Hugging Face. So these three types of model serve different purpose, and also different in nature. So for example, for the Ollama model, so mostly will be developed locally, deployed locally, and also have a very limited support on the multimodal. That means mainly are for the text-based model. And also this Ollama model will be used offline, and also have a high security, particularly in the privacy. And this is free. And also you can do some customization using the Modelfile that I will show you later on. So you can change the behavior of this model. For example, you can ask the model to give you some response which is more creative, or you can ask the model to give you response that is more conservative. Okay, so it's up to you. So I will show you how to customize the model behavior using the Modelfile later on. And the coming section, the next section, so we will talk about the OpenAI and Hugging Face. So OpenAI is a model available on cloud, and these are the most popular type of model, like the GPT-4, GPT-5. And this model is not free, so there will be some charges. So I will show you a price table where if you want to using these kinds of OpenAI model, so it will be charged. It's not that high, depending on the model you use, but and there are some model that is more economical. Okay, so you still be able to use. And also, but there is some limitation because you won't be able to fine tune the model, because the model is proprietary, and you won't be able to download the model and train and fine tune the model. This is not allowed. So this is mainly cloud-based. Similar to the OpenAI model, the Hugging Face model is also available on cloud. And you can use different methods to interact with the model, like using the API, and using the Docker, so to interact with the model. And these are this example of the model available in Hugging Face. So some model are fine-tuned, and some model are the raw model, which is very big. So we have different types of model available in Hugging Face. And the main reason for people using the Hugging Face because it is free. Okay, it's free, and consists of so many different types of model, and also you can use the model to fine-tune the model, which is just to fit your purpose. You can download the model, even you can train the model to fine-tune the model for a specific purpose. So I will show you this two later on in the next section. And today we will focus on how to download the model into our local machine, and then to develop some application which is of high security and high privacy. Okay. So this is the reason why we need to download the model. If you're using the pro.com, so you may have a risk that your information, which is interact with the model, will be disclosed or will be used to train the model in the pro.com. Maybe your privacy information will be exposed to the public. So if you're using the locally, the LLM locally, then you will be able to have a high security, okay, high security, because the information or data you use to use the model or to train the model is within your local area, and you have high control of this model. You can modify some parameters, and you can customize the model to suit your needs. So all are within your own boundaries. And also accessibility. So if your server is available, then the model will be available. Okay, so it depends on your whole network architecture. So will be less downtime. So and also is less affected by the service disruption if this is on a third party. Cost saving is another issue. So if you're using OpenAI, of course, this is fast. Of course, this is high accuracy, but you have to pay a cost. If you run the model locally, so everything is free, okay? And also fast response time, because everything is run locally, run in your own server or run in your own PC. So it's very fast, okay? So there will be no downtime, no bandwidth consideration, okay? So these are the major reason that you will develop your application locally. So to develop the application locally, so you are required to have some hardware requirement. So I just list out some of the basic requirement that you are required to have in your PC. So for example, if you are using Windows, then at least Windows 11, and Mac at least up to for M1, M2, M3, and now have M4, right? And if you have a GPU driver in your PC, that would be good. Okay, so will be accelerate your process, and also at least 16 gigabyte of the RAM. For larger model, you will require more RAM, right? And also CPU at least 6 core, and GPU, okay, and also you have at least 100 gigabyte storage, because you have to download the model. And most of the model are at least 4 to 5 gigs, okay, gigabytes. So you have, if you download more model, then you have to use more storage. So the first thing you need to do is to install the Ollama. Okay, so this is the website you can download, and for Windows you can download the installer, and for Mac you can download the DMG file. So you have to install the program, and then you will be able to run the Ollama. So I'm going to show you the interface of the Ollama after you install. So you will be able to see something like that on the left-hand side. So so this is the Ollama interface. It's very much like a chatbot. Okay, it's very much like a chatbot, and you can select the model you want. okay, to run the chatbot. So so Ollama actually is a software that which can help you to download the model from the Ollama website, and also you can interact with this model by using the chatbot to ask the question, and then the Ollama will give you some response. So let me show you a demo, okay, how to operate with this Ollama. So so after you install the Ollama program, so you will be able to see from the notification area in your window, and you will be able to see this icon. Okay, so you just click and then open Ollama, and you will be able to open this Ollama interface. If you are using Mac, so you will be able to open Ollama after you install. So you can click Ollama here, and then open Ollama, and you will be able to open this Ollama interface. So the first thing you try to interact with Ollama is, first of all, you have to select the model you want. Okay, so by default, these are the popular model available in Ollama, and you can pick up either one. And for those have a download icon, that means this model is not available right now. It's not available in your PC right now. If you really want to use this, the Ollama software will automatically download for you. Okay, so I will show you later on. So first of all, I select this one, so which is already in my PC. So I ask the question, for example, what is CPU? Okay, what is CPU? And you can see it give you the response. Okay, so it give you a definition of the CPU and also different types of CPU. Okay, it's very fast. Okay, because I'm running on a high performance PC, right? And you can ask any question, like you just type, I want to have a answer of this calculation. So it will give you 7. If you ask 3 plus 4, it will give you 7. Okay. So you can select any other model you like. So for example, if I want to select this one, the Quen 3 model, okay, the Quen 3. So for this model, you can see it's not available on my PC right now, and you can see this download icon. So when you select this one and ask questions, for example, what is API? So you will be able to see the software is now downloading the model, download this Quen 3 model. And then after the download, you will be able to see your question will be shown as the response. So we wait for a while. All right, so after download, and the Ollama will give you the response. Okay. So you can see this model, the Quen model, actually is a reasoning model. And you can see there is some reasoning process, some thinking process. Okay. Like the DeepSeek, okay, it's also a thinking model. That means the model will think and give you how the model is think before the model give you the answer. So you can see the process when you select this model, and you will be able to see after the thinking process, the model will give you what is about API. All right. So this is how you interact with the model using the Ollama interface. And you can do some customization, like the setting. Okay, so for example, you can select from the top setting, and you will be able to see the model will be saved. All download model will be saved at here. Okay, so when you're using Windows or using your Mac, you will be able to see all the model will be downloaded here. And also you can customize the contact length. So contact length here will means the conversation the LLM can remember. Okay, so give you an example. So just like as a librarian, if a user asks you a question, okay, ask you a question. So you need to remember the past question and also the past response. And also you have to remember the future response, okay, the future response that you will reply to the user, so that the communication or the conversation can be continued. So this memory or your brain have to memorize all this communication, all this conversation, so that you know about the context for the communication, and you will be able to continue your conversation with your user. And this memory, we call this content length. So for LLM model have a limitation. So in this case, it's up to 128K. And for human, maybe still have a limit, but I don't know what's the limit. Okay, depend on how good your memory. So it's like human. For LLM also have some kinds of limitation in the memory. And this memory, we call this content length. Okay. All right. So this is how you can interact with the Ollama using the interface. But for some of the model, not list here. Okay, this is the most popular. And for some of the model that is not listed here, you can go to the Ollama website to find out more. So let me show you how to find out more models. So you can go to the Ollama library. Okay, so this is the link. And you will be able to see the most popular library, the most popular model available here. Okay, including DeepSeek, including the GPT-OSS, which is from OpenAI, which is an open source model. So all model available in this Ollama website is open source. So that means you are free to download, free to use, and free to customize. Okay. So you can use sort by newest if you want to. Okay. We'll give you the newest model available. So if you want to find some model to download in your PC, so you can select model here, and you can search for a particular model, for example, this one, okay? For example, Llama, okay? So when you search for this Llama 3.2 model, and you will be able to see this is the first one which given to you. And this model have two versions. One is 1B and another one is 3B. What this mean? Okay, so this means the parameter are just like the neurons in your brain. Okay, the higher or the more the parameter, the more the model can give you an accurate response, and also the model can handle more complicated questions. Okay, so the more parameter you can think is the best. The best model to give you the best response. But at the same time, the more parameters, it will consume more resources of your computer or of your PC, and require more memory, require more storage space. So it depends the purpose of using the models. Okay, so sometimes if you just for some text generation, you can use some model with less parameter. If you want to do some complicated application, then you may consider using more parameters. Okay. So when you click on this one, you can see more information. So by default, when you download the model, so the model will be 3B. Okay, that means the model is the default model which is available for download is contain 3 billion parameters. Okay, so you can select another one if you want to. Okay, so which consists of only 1 billion. Okay, of course 1 billion is faster than 3 billion, but 1 billion may not be accurate than 3 billion parameter models. Okay, so this is depends on your purpose, and also depends on your choice. So if you want to see more by clicking this one, and you can see even more explanation about this model. So for example, the model architecture is using the Llama architecture. So you don't need to take care about what is Llama architecture, but you just need to know this is from a Llama model. It's derived from this Llama model which is the basic architecture. So this is the parameter which I already explained to you. So this is 3.21 billion parameters. Okay, so this is the parameter that include in this model. And the quantization means this is I can give you an example. So for example, if your teacher give you a article which is 1,000 word, okay, 1,000 word, and your teacher asks you to summarize the article into 100 words, okay, 100 words. So this process we call quantization, okay. So that means when you summarize the content in 100 words, it's easy to read and faster to read, right? Compared with the 1,000 words. But at the same time, this summary is not cover all the details about the articles, okay? So that means, for quantization, so you can have a faster model, you can have a efficient model, but the model may not be giving you a precise or the accurate result, because the model is downsized, and also to reduce the size, to reduce the precision of the model, but you can run the model in more faster and efficient. So this is what the quantization means. Okay, so this is here we have the Q4. Okay, Q4 actually means in technical terms, we will use generally we will use, for example, we will use 32 bits to represent a letter, or represent a character, and now reduce to 4 bits. Okay, reduce to 4 bits. That means use less memory, less size to represent a character. Okay, so just like you give a summary, okay, to reduce the content, but you still be able to understand the content. But in terms of the accuracy, in terms of the detail, of course, the whole article, the full article is more in details. Okay, so this is the reason why we in Ollama platform is always have this downsize model, because the model is able to download in your PC and able to run effectively and able to run faster. So most of the model are already quantized into different bits. Okay, so this is the reason, and also most of the model available in Ollama is already customized for local use. All right, so this I will explain this to you later on. So this is the command used in the command line interface, and we're now working in the window interface. So if you really want to download this model, okay, for example, so you can just copy this. So this is the official name of this model, and you can go back to the Ollama interface and just put the model name here. Okay, just put the model name here. Oh, sorry about this. Okay, just put the model name here. Let me see. Okay, just put the model name here, and then you can select this one, and then you can start type anything. For example, what is API? Okay, and it will automatically download the model for you. So I already download this. If I haven't downloaded it, then it will automatically download this model for me. Okay. So if you can't find any model from the list here, you can just put the name of the model here, and it will automatically download for you. Okay. All right. So this is all about the interface that you can work with the Ollama. But I want to share with you the command line interface, which is even more important. Okay, even more important. So let me go back to the PowerPoint. So So when you come across the library, the Ollama library platform, okay, so you will be able to see some label here, okay, some label here. So let me explain a little bit to you. So for example, we have some model available in the cloud format. So what this mean? Because some of the model you can download. Most of the model you can download into your local PC, but if you for those cloud model, it will automatically offload some of the process to the cloud platform. That means to release some of the burden of your local PC. So some of the workload will be offload to the Ollama cloud platform if you use this cloud model, if you download this cloud model, okay? And also some model is called the embedding model. So I already explained to you. So embedding is to convert the text into some numbers, okay, some numbers. So some model have this purpose to convert the text into this number to store in some databases, okay? So this is some special purpose model, and you can also find in the Ollama. And some model can handle some vision, some model can generate some image, some model can generate some visual data to identify some image, some features of the image. So this is called a vision. And some model is specified on tools. Well, what tools mean? For example, if you have a lot of friends, okay, a lot of friends, and some friend, if you have some list, for example, if you want some food, you know which of the friend have food. If you want money, some of the friend will give you money. If you want some to play some games, and there will be some friend which can play games with you. So this model will automatically find the friends for you. Depends on your needs. Okay. So for example, if you want to find food, it will automatically find the friend that will give you food. So this is what we call the tools. Okay. That means the model automatically help you to find the required or the necessary process or the necessary task that are required to complete the whole um, project. Okay, so it will automatically help you to find the process that complete the task for you. Okay, just like you are going, the tool will help you to automatically find the friends that can help you depend on your needs. Okay, so this is what we mean by the term tools. And also some model have thinking, like the DeepSeek and also the Quen model, which will have some reasoning process, which will think before give you the answer. Okay, so you can see just now, when I use the Quen model, it will show you the thinking process before the model can give you the answer. Okay, and I already explained. So what it means by quantization. Okay, so there is a definition here, so you can go into this definition later on. So actually, it's to downsize the model so that the model can be run in your local machine. Okay. So it's like just to downsize a 4K image, high resolution image into JPEG. Okay, you still be able to recognize the image, but the detail will not be given to you in JPEG. Okay. So when you open a JPEG file, is much faster than a high resolution image. Okay, and also in terms of the size, JPEG is more small in size than a high resolution image. Okay. All right, so I would like to show you the command line. Okay, so the command line interface actually is very important. So it's do much of the things like the window interface, but it can do more. Okay, especially when you're doing the Modelfile. So I will introduce you later on. So first of all, I will quickly show you how to operate the command line interface, and you can try it later on. So first of all, you have to open a command prompt. Okay, a command prompt. So this is the command prompt. So if if you haven't started the command prompt, you can just, for example, in the window, you can just type CMD and you will be able to see the command prompt and just click it. And you will be able to open the command prompt, okay? So if you already install Ollama, and you can type the command Ollama list, and you will be able to list out all the model you already download into your PC. So these are the model I already download, okay, in my PC. And also, if you want to download a particular model, okay, you can just type Ollama who and the model you want, okay. So for example, Mistral, okay, I just type the name of the model I want to download. You can find from the Ollama library website. So Ollama who. So it will automatically download the model into your PC. So you will have to wait for a while to download the model. The command pull means to download the model from the Ollama website to your own PC under the folder which I already show here in the setting. Okay. So in this folder, we'll be downloading this folder. Okay. So let's wait for a while to download the model. Okay. So you can see the model is 4 gigs. Okay. So it takes some time to download the model. So if you have a very large model, then you will need more space and also need more time to download the model. Okay. So MacBook is the same. If you're using the MacBook to download the model, okay, you can use open the terminal. So let me open it. So if you are using the Mac, while I download this model, so you can open a terminal. Okay, you can open a terminal. Let me make it bigger. Oh. Okay, so you can open a Mac terminal. You can just type Ollama list to show the model you have. And then you can type Ollama who and then the model. Okay, it's the same. It's the same at Windows, so it's much faster. Okay, so it's the same if you're using the Mac. So let's see if I already done. Okay, it's already done. So now it's already download, it's accessed. And after you download and you see the model again, see the list again, and you will be able to see this model is now downloaded into your PC. And you can run this model in the command line. Okay, so how to run the model? Ollama run Mistral. Okay, Ollama run Mistral. Okay, and after you click the run the model, and you will be able to see a prompt, a command prompt. Okay, to ask you can type in the question you want. Okay, let me make it bigger. So you can see the prompt here is changed to this prompt, and you can type your question. So what is artificial intelligence? Like in 20 words, okay? So I don't want it so long, okay? And you can press enter, and it will give you the answer here, okay? It's very slow, okay? Because my PC, this is in my Windows PC is very slow, okay? But able to give you the result, right? So this is the prompt, and this is the response. So you can continue your conversation with the model. So, but if you want to exit the model, you can just type /by, okay? And you will exit back to the command prompt. So if you want to see what command are available in Ollama, then you can just type Ollama-H, okay? And you will be able to see a list of commands here that you can use with the Ollama command prompt. The one I just showed you is the pull, okay? Pull, and also the run, okay? So I already capture some of this command prompt screen in my slide, and you can try it later on. So this is just give you some demonstration how to interact with the command prompt. Okay, so it do the same thing as the window interface, but even more. So just like the model file, I'm going to show you in a second. Okay. All right. So let me go back. So these are the commands that you can use to interact with the Ollama. So the run command to run the model, and it will give you the response. And if you click the /by, and you will be able to exit the prompt. Okay, so you can try it later on. And so sometimes when you're using the plan model or DeepSeek model, okay, if you don't specify not to think, the model will give you the prompt will give you the thinking process, okay, and then give you the result. If you specify no think, it will not show you the thinking process, but just give you directly the result. Okay, so let me give you an example. Okay, using the command prompt again, and this time I would like to using the quen. Okay, I run the model quen. Take some times. Maybe I use, okay. So maybe I just type, for example, 3 + 4, okay. So it's now working on the thinking process. It's too slow, okay. So now it's the thinking, start thinking. Maybe I switch to the Macintosh, okay, which is much faster, I think, okay. So I run the, okay, Ollama run, even slower. Because the window is working, okay. So we will start the thinking process and then give you the answer, okay. Maybe let me stop it and change to the, so it's quite slow using the window, and I switch to the Mac. All right, so okay, and then I ask the question like, so 3 + 4 again. So it will show you the thinking process, okay. So this is the very long thinking process, and then we give you the result after a very long list. So how to come up the result? Okay, so the come up result is 7. Okay, but if you don't want to show this thinking process, you can just type set before you ask the question. You type set no think, and then you can ask the question again. This time I ask 5 + 7, and we will give you directly the result. Okay. So this is the difference between a thinking model. A model have the thinking, have the reasoning ability, and compared with those model without the thinking or reasoning ability. So if you want to disable the thinking process, so you can make use of this command /set no think, and then start to type in your prompt. Okay, so it's a little bit maybe complicated. So but if you try it on your own, then you will be able to see this is very convenient. Okay, if you're using the command prompt. All right, so let's see. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. All right, so you can see the next thing I want to show you is about the model file, and also this can be done using the command line. And what model file is about? So model file is some command, okay, like this one on the left hand side, the command to instruct the model or to change the model behavior, so that you can create a new model that fit your needs or fit your purpose. For example, you want the model to be more creative, okay? And then you will use the base model, the Llama 3.2 model as a base model, and you want to customize this model to make it more creative, to make it more, for example, to play a particular role. Okay, for example, here, I want this Llama 3.2 model as the base model, and I want to customize this model with the temperature value 0.9. The temperature value means you can control the behavior of the model. So the lower the value, the more conservative or the more determinative of this model. And the highest the number, for example, equal to 1, it will be more creative. That means the answer will be more creative. So every time you ask the same question will give you different answers, okay? It's more creative. If the temperature value is equal to 1, okay? Equal to 1 is more creative. And lower is more coherent, okay? And also you can give a role to this model, to the new model. For example, you assume the model is a friendly librarian, okay, of an academic library, and be polite and helpful. So later on, when you ask any question to this model, and the model will reply you as a librarian and also as a very polite and helpful, okay? So it is the role that you want the model to play, okay, when answer the questions. So you can make use of the command system, and then this is the model. This is the role you want the model to play, okay? And also you can define the template with a template. So here the template means we set up a template for this model to respond, and the template should play the role mentioned in the system. So this is the system, okay? This system equivalent to this system, okay? I want the model to play as a role which defined in the system, okay? And also, after the model to play a role as a system, and then to accept the user input, which is the prompt, and then to give the response, okay? So this is the step you want the model to play. So first of all, to be a model, to play a role, and then to accept the prompt and give a response. So the whole thing here is the model file. And I want to use this model file with this base model to create a new model, which is a customized model for my own use, okay? Based on this criteria listed in the model file. So let me show you how to do this, okay? So first of all, you need a notepad, okay? You need a notepad. So you can open a notepad. Okay, a notepad file. And then you can copy and paste all the command which I just showed you in the PowerPoint. I just put it here, okay? This is the command I'm going to use, including the base model I want to use, and also the temperature value, and also the system, the role that I want the model to play. And this is the template I want the model to behave when answer the question from the users. So first of all, you have to download this model in your local PC. Otherwise, you won't be able to create this file, a new model file. Okay. So after you put all this thing here, you have to save it. You have to save in any folder you want. Okay. So for example, I just save it in my home folder. But you have to save the model file without a file extension. Okay. And how to do this? So you have to save the file. First of all, you have to select all file because you don't want to have a extension. You want to save at all file, and then to embed the file name with the quotation. And in this case, you will not save a file with an extension. Okay. So, but you still work if you save the file with an extension, but sometimes if you use the file in other platform like Linux and also the Mac, it may not work sometimes. Okay. So as a recommendation from the documentation, so you are recommend not to save the file, the model file in and with any extension. Okay. So you can do this way. So the file is saved. And if you open the command prompt, or if you open a browser, maybe I can open a command prompt. Oh. So I open a command prompt here. And you can check whether the file is here. So I can check model file. Okay, so it's there. This is the file already saved under in my folder. Okay, so without any extension. Okay? So this is the command, the DOS command. Okay, so if you are using DOS before or the command before, you know that dir means to display the directory, to display the file. Okay, you can just type the model file to display whether I have a model file here. Okay, so this is the file already saved is in this folder. Okay, so and now I can create a new LLM, a new model, using the base model, the Ollama model 3.2 to create a new model. And the command used to create this is let me move to here. Okay. So first of all, I want to show you the existing model I have. Okay. So these are the existing model I have with the command line. And I will use this model, the Llama 3.2, the model as a base model to create a new one, which according to the customization I have included in my model file. Okay, so the command to do this is create, Ollama create. That means I want to create a new file, and this new model file. Okay, then this is the file name of the new model, and then -f and a model file. So this is the source of this is the model file I just want to customize. And this is the new model, new model file name. Okay. And I want to create this one. And I click enter. It's created. It's success. Okay. Success. And then you can see Ollama list. And now you will be able to see this is the model I created. Okay. And this model have all the customization that I put in the model file. Okay. And you can even use this model with your Ollama interface, the window interface. So for example, I open the Ollama again, and then you will be able to find this one, new model. Okay, so this is the model I just created based on the model file, based on the parameter, based on the criteria I set in the model file. And this is the new model I create, which have already customized. Okay, and then you can ask question using this new model. Okay, so I just want you to know about the process. Okay, the idea how to do it, and you can practice after the class, after the section, and you can make use of the PowerPoint which I given to you, and you can practice the command. Okay, but at the moment you need to know what I'm doing, what I try to do. Okay, and you can, I think you can follow with the PowerPoint later on. All right, so let's see. So I already show you how how to create a model file, and also how to create a model that already customized for your own purpose, okay, using the model file and also the commands here. So if you really want to deploy some application, okay, then you can also use the, you need to write some script, the Python script, but it all depends if you really want to develop some application that can be run in your server or can be run locally. So you can make use of this the programming, okay? But before you really do the programming, we really do the Python, I will using the Visual Studio Code as the editor, okay, to write the Python code. So in the coming 5 minutes or 10 minutes, the step are a little bit complicated, but I try to let you understand what I'm trying to do, because first of all, you have to install the Python, okay? I think most of you already install, and also install the Visual Studio Code, which is the editor to edit the Python code. And after you install these two things, and you can start running the Visual Studio Code, and then we can edit some Python code. We can run some Python code to work with the Ollama model. Okay. All right. So I go directly to the Visual Studio Code. Okay. So you can follow this step. If you after the section, you can follow this step to set up the Visual Studio Code. And now I try to demonstrate to you, okay, how to customize the Visual Studio Code. Okay. So after you install the program, install the Visual Studio Code, and you will be able to find it in the command, in the window command. Okay. So you can just click it to open it. Okay. So after you open it, and you will be able to, the first thing you need to do, okay, the first thing you need to do is to open a folder. Okay, open folder. So that means you can set a default folder where all the Python code will be saved in this folder. Okay, so you can create a new folder. If you haven't have a new folder here, you can right click, create a new folder. If you're using Windows, then you can just type the folder you want. For example, Ollama project. Okay, Ollama project. I create a folder called Ollama project here, and then select this folder. And right now you will be able to see the Visual Studio Code will use this as the default folder. So everything you save will be under this folder. Okay, will be under this folder. Okay, so it's very straightforward. Okay, so you first create a folder. So everything will be saved under this folder, just like what you are doing when you are doing your assignment, when you're doing your project, you may create different folder in the window. Okay, the same, but this time I do it in Visual Studio Code. So so after I create a new folder, the second thing I need to do is to add the extension. So here we have the extension icon on the left-hand side. And I would search Python. Okay, I search Python. And I select this one, the Microsoft Python. Okay, Microsoft Python. And then if you haven't installed, you can click install. I already installed it here. So to install this Python interpreter, okay, just like when you are using Excel, you add some add-in. When you are using Microsoft Word, you add some function using the add to get add-in. The same, you add in some external feature into Microsoft Word, just like the same thing. Okay, so in Visual Studio Code, you add the Python interpreter to run the Python code. Okay, so after you install it, the next thing you need to do is you have to open the the terminal, okay, the command prompt. So you can open the command prompt by clicking the wheel terminal. Okay. So this is it's the same as you run the command prompt in the window. Okay. But now you can see the command prompt here by default. Let me make it bigger. So it will be in the folder, in your folder. Okay. By default will be in the folder you just created. And we need to do something here. Okay. Before we start to run the Python code. Okay. So first of all, let's see. You have to if you want to check the Python version, you can type this command. Okay. So this is the Python version I already installed. Okay. So remember, if you install the Python, so if this is the version you install, and you will be able to see from here. So this is the version, the latest version of the Python you install. So this is the program you need to run the Python code. Okay. And then you need to create a virtual environment. It's something complicated, right? What is virtual environment? So let me type the command first. So you want to create a folder, another folder, okay, under this folder. But this folder serves special purpose. So this folder will, so later on we will install some plugin. You can think of plugin to install everything in this virtual folder. Okay, so that means whatever thing you install in this folder, it will not affect other program in your window. Okay, it's only affect everything within this folder. Okay, so so this is the virtual folder. You can think of virtual folder. Whatever you think whatever the thing you've done in this folder, it will only affect this folder. Okay, it won't affect other area of your application. So for example, under this folder, you want to install a Python, a lower version of the Python. For example, only Python 3.0. You can install it under this folder, and it will not affect the latest version you install in your window. Okay, and you can simply remove this folder later on, and everything will be resumed normal. Okay, so I want to create a virtual folder in this under this Ollama project folder. Okay, so after you click this command, and you have to activate, you create this folder, and you have to activate this folder. Okay, so how to activate this? So you have to type this command to activate this. Okay, so after you click the command, and now you can see the command, the folder is now activated. So everything you've done within this folder will only affect within this folder. Okay. So after that, so after I create this virtual folder, and I have to tell the Visual Studio Code to use this folder as a workspace. Okay, as a workspace. So so first of all, I need to click on the top here, the search box, and then you can see the show and run command. Okay, the second one. And then you can see the Python interpreter, and you select this folder, okay, the workspace here. So this is the folder I just create, the Ollama environment, which is the virtual folder. And I want the Python program, this Python program under this folder to run my Python script. Okay, so I set this as the default folder. So everything I run in this folder will only affect this affect the application in this folder. Okay. All right, it sounds complicated, okay, but that's all I want to show you. This is the thing that you need to set up. Okay. And now I start to install some some add-on within this folder, because the first thing I need to install is some program that you need to do. So first of all, I need to install the, let's see, this command. Maybe I use this command. All right, I put it here. First of all, I need to install the Gradual, okay, which is a library that we will use data on. So you don't need to take care about what is this, but I need to install this add-in into this folder, under this folder. And also I need to install the request is another package that I need to install here. And the most important one, I need to install Ollama, okay? Ollama is the program that I can interact with my model using the Python script. So I need to install this program so that I can run the Python script to interact or to connect with this Ollama model. Okay, so these are the things I need to install. So I just put in all this thing here and let the program to install this. So you can see a little bit complicated. So if you as a programmer, if you as a developer, then you have to do quite a lot of things, quite a lot of preparation before you can start to do the programming. Okay, but later on I will show you the end, the automatic workflow. You no need to program this Python, but you still be able to create some application using the Ollama model and just based on the drag and drop. Okay, so as a sharing session, I would like to share with you also the Python code. Okay, so I just left it here to run the installation, and I would like to go back to my PowerPoint. So the first program I would like to show you is you can access Ollama using the API. Okay, so this is the Python code, a very short Python code. So what we mean by API here, you can think of it as a link. Okay, so this is the link. You can think of a door in your house, a door. So this link will like a door to let you come in and to request some service. Okay, to request some service. So this is the link which is used to connect to the Ollama platform, and this is the system prompt. So if you still remember, we can customize the model using the system prompt that I want to tell the model how to behave. Okay, so for example, in this case, I want the model to behave as a customer service manager of a supermarket, okay, and be polite and also helpful. And I want to ask a question that can I return a defective products? Okay, so I would like to see this model or Llama model, this Llama 2 model I will use in this case, and I want to see the response of this model, okay, and print it out. So you will be able to see down here is the result. The highlighted section is the response, which using this API interface, where you submit this prompt to this door and will give you this response. Okay, so this is the response when I ask the question whether I can return the defective products. Of course, yes, and then you can return the defective products. Okay, so this is how you write the program and give you some response. So this is used for develop some application. So let me give you a demo. Okay, so let's see if already finished everything. All right, it's finished. Okay, so so let me show you. Let me change another folder. I already have the file. Okay, so I open the folder again, another folder. So I already have the file there. Let's see. Oh, maybe I copy the file here. Okay, doesn't matter. So let me copy the file first. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. So you can see all my file here. So this is the file I use for API. Okay. So this is the program I just showed you. So what you need to do is you can create a new file, new file, and then you can specify this is a Python file, and then you can copy and put in the code here. Okay, so just like this one, I put in the code here. Okay, I create again new file, Python file, and put in a code here. And then you can, after you put the code here, you can start to run the code by clicking the run Python file icon on the top here. Okay, run Python code icon. So let me run this and see if I can. I have to save it first. Okay, just any name. And then you will be able to see down here is now running. So by default, the program will be run under the Ollama environment folder. This is the virtual folder. Okay, and it takes some time to run it. So we'll wait for a while. I hope it can be run. Okay, so so every time doing a live demo is not that easy. So always have problems. So let's see if I can run it. So by the time I'm waiting, let's see if I can answer some questions in the chat box. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I can see some questions. So how to delete a model? Okay, how to delete a model locally? Okay, I will show you later on. Okay, all right. So this is the result. So you can see the response, and this is the response. Okay, so of course you are happy to return the defective products. Okay, and while you are purchasing it and give the reason, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is the response. So you can see this is a JSON response. It's not a you also include some embedding and some other information. Okay, so this is the API result that you can retrieve, and you have to do some customization to extract this context. Okay, to extract this context later on. But at least we are successful. We are successful to run this program, and also to send a request to this API link and get the result. So this is API. Another way that you can use is to using the SDK method. Okay, so if using API, you have to connect to the internet, and if you have a local server install, just like the Ollama server install, if you install Ollama, you automatically start the Ollama server locally. Okay, so you have to send a request to this Ollama server. Okay, this link. But if you use the SDK, everything will be done for you. You no need to specify the API link, and also the result will be a more fancy and more easy to read. Okay, so you can see the result will given you only the response. Okay, because the SDK model, that means you already download the Ollama library, the package, just like you include some add-on into your Microsoft Word, it will automatically format the question and also the response for you. Okay, we give you more nicer response. This is the SDK. Okay, so let's see how the SDK work. So we using this one SDK. Okay, and I want to clear the result. Okay, and so I first import the Ollama package. Okay, import the Ollama package, and then use the generate function. So generate function is like the API, the generate function. This is the generate function. That means to generate the text for me, to generate the response, the text response. Okay, this is the request. And I want to generate function, and I use the model again, Llama 2. And this is the prompt. I ask the I ask the LLM model, I ask the Llama model, and we print out the response. So let's see. I run this program again, run the Python code, and I will let it run. Okay. So I have a question how to remove the Ollama model. Okay, so you can only done in the command line. Okay, so let me open a command prompt. Okay, so okay. So when you open the command prompt, you list out the Ollama model that you have installed. If I want to remove my this one, okay, bistro. So I have to type in the command Ollama remove, and then the bistro latest.
Metro listed.
Okay, and then delete it. So you can list the Ollama model again, and now it's deleted. Okay, so this is the way you can delete the model. All right, so we're back to the studio code. So you can see the result is already there. So AI, so I asked what is AI, and I give you the response. Okay, so it's look nicer. Okay, so it only give you the response and no other extra information. So this is the package, the library already done for you. Okay, to connect the API and also to give you a more nicer response. And I have also prepared another program, okay, which is a little bit complicated, but you can test it on your own, okay. So this is a short program to have a to create a chatbot, okay, which have a nicer interface. And what you need to do is you import, first of all, you import two package. One is Gradual. Gradual is the interface, okay, to produce this interface. And the subprocess is to execute the command, Ollama run, if you still remember the run command, to run the model in the command prompt at the back end, and then to extract the response, to return the result to this to the prompt. Okay, so this subprocess is used to run the model and also to retrieve the response. And this area, okay, here is only define how the interface look like. Okay, so for example, you can have the title simple chatbot. So this is the title, and you have the running model. Okay, so this is the running model which I use to display here. Okay, which is the Ollama, which is the Llama 2. Okay, so basically this is a very short program to run the Llama 2 model and also to display it using a nicer interface. Okay, so let me show you how to do this. The same, you can create a new file, new Python file, copy the code and put it here. And then the same here, you can run the program. Okay, so this is the program, and you can click run the Python file. And after you run the Python, well, after you run it, so we wait for a while. So it will show you the link. Okay, so you can open this URL in the browser, and you will be able to see the interface. All right, so you just copy the link and put it here, and you will be able to see this interface. And now you can ask the question. And submit, and we give you the response on the right hand side. Okay, so we need to wait for a while. So because this is in Windows, it's very a low power, low computer power. Okay. So will all right. And I cannot I cannot run another application because it's stopped. Well, basically, the result here. If I ask this question, you will see on the right-hand side, this is the result. Okay. All right. So the last thing I want to show you is the NAN. Okay. So if you find to develop an application using the programming, the Python is complicated, you may consider using the NAN. Okay. So this is the NAN interface. So what you need to do is to drag and drop the things into the canvas, and then you will be able to run the application. Okay, so let me quickly show you how to do it with NAN. Let me let me very slow my computer. Okay, I first open the browser, and then I go to NAN. Oh, stop it. Let's see. So we will talk more in details about NAN in the first session. Okay, so right now I just show you how to make use of the NAN, include some, it's quite slow here. Okay. Let me close the browser. Let me close. Many of the applications, the cannot, it's still hang up. Let's see. Very slow, my PC. Okay. Let me stop the process and try again. So basically, when you complete this process, so you drag and drop. So what I'm trying to do using the NAN is, first of all, I start with the chat message. So this is the interface that given to me to type in my prompt. Okay, so I start with the chat message. So it will show me a chat box, and then I need a LLM chain. So this is the process to help me to accept the prompt, and then pass the prompt to our Ollama model to get the response, and the response will be passed back to this LLM chain node and get back to the chatbot to show me the result. So this is the idea of this workflow. And I will try to build this using the NAN. So let's see if my PC works better right now. Okay. I have to start NAN first. Okay. So I need a few minutes. So sorry for the late. Okay. Take time to start the NAN. Let's see if I can do it better using the Mac. Okay. Okay, so let me try it on the Macintosh. Okay. All right. So okay, I start a browser. And I have to log in. It's still very slow. All right, so let's see. So this is the workflow I just show you. Okay, so what you need to do is first of all what you need to do is drag and drop. Okay, the node. So from the right hand side, so you can add more node. For example, you can add some node like OpenAI. For example, just for example, and then you will be here. This is the node. Okay, so you can connect the node together. For example, something like that. Okay, you can connect the node together, but this is not a proper node. Okay, but so this is the way you can do it, to drag and drop some node into the canvas. And this is the Ollama model I include here. Okay, so I start the workflow, and I want to show you what it will be look like. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I just put the link here. And it will show you the chat box. So this is the chat box, and you can ask any question here. So I asked the question, what is artificial intelligence? Okay, in 20 words. So it will give me a response. Okay, so this is what is the definition of artificial intelligence. So you can see if you're using the end to drag and drop. So this is the chat interface, which is this one, the chat interface. And also after you type in the prompt, type in the question, it will pass to this LLM module, and this module will connect to the Ollama chat model you have already installed in your PC to generate some response back to the node, LLM chain node, and get back to the chatbot interface, and you will be able to see the response here. And in this chat model, Ollama chat model, and you can select the model you have already installed in your PC. Okay, from the list here. Okay, so if you don't like this gamma, you can select another one. Okay, and then the workflow will be run using this Llama 3.2 model. Okay, so basically this is how the NLN workflow, how to create this workflow and run this workflow. So you no need to do a lot of programming. So you just drag and drop, and everything will do it for you. All right, so I think I have already covered the things that I want to share with you today. Okay, so I can see some of the questions. So let me try to answer some of them, and let's see. Okay, so let's see. So I already showed you how to delete the model, remove the model. Okay, does the Ollama model benefit from GPU acceleration for the interface? I mean, for the interface itself. Okay, let me show you. So for this interface, Ollama interface, it won't benefit a lot from the GPU. But if you try to fine tune the model, I mean not using the model file. If you really want to do the fine tuning of the model using some package like the PyTorch or some other package to really fine tune your model to change the architecture of the model, then GPU will help a lot. Okay, will make your process faster. Okay, for this interface, GPU doesn't help a lot. Okay, this is my experience. And let's see. My office PC is dying. Okay, so speed to run Hill model. How to set Ollama to speed run a Hill model, which won't fit into a revamp of one single GPU. And in Ollama, it is not possible to split the whole model into different process. And what I suggest you can use the cloud model I just mentioned. So let me show you. So in Ollama platform, there is some cloud model. So this cloud model, you can use this cloud model to run in your local PC, and some of the process or some of the burden will be offload to the cloud, to the Ollama cloud server. So if you're using this model, it will automatically do it for you. Okay, so that means you need to connect to the internet. So you can run in a local PC, but the process, some of the complicated process will be offload to the Ollama server. Okay, so you can do it in this way, or you can increase you have a high performance computer, more GPU, more CPU, okay, more RAM. So either way. So anyway, to do the parallel matrix OS in single layer instead of distributed layer by layer, which doesn't improve the inference. I think you can use different framework to achieve your purpose. So there are many frameworks available that can be compatible with Ollama model. So if you really want to enhance the to improve the inference, so there are many frameworks that can help you. So we'll streamline the process. Okay. So like the land chain model, or even you can use the land graph model. So which can I think to somehow can achieve the parallel, I mean the asynchronous process. Okay, the parallel processing. And also let's see, can I attach file to a local chat? You can write a question from New. Okay, so I think you can write a Python program to upload the PDF file, and then make use of the Ollama model to handle the PDF file. For example, to generate a summary or to highlight some most frequently work appear in the file. So you can write a Python program to upload the PDF file, and then to handle manage the PDF file for different purpose. Okay. So software are paid version or free. For the Ollama software, I mean this one shown on the screen, this one, okay, is free. Okay, this one is free. So you no need to sign in actually. So even though there is an option that you can log in with the Ollama account, but actually you don't need to sign in, and you still be able to use the Ollama without signing in. The only way you need to sign in, because you might want to use the cloud model. As I mentioned, some of the workload will be offloaded to the Ollama website, or you want to, because some of the model you can make use of the computer power on the Ollama server, which is called the turbo mode. Okay, turbo mode. So but for some of the model, if you really want to do so, if you want to offload some of the computer process to the Ollama server, then you can consider to sign in, to create an account to sign in. Of course, you need to pay. You need to pay. Okay. And also question from Alex: may we have the source code at a later stage? Okay, I can provide the source code to you, and also to export the JSON file of the NAN to all the audience, so you can try it. If you are familiar with NAN, then you can try it. Or if you can attend the first session, which is focused on NAN, and you can practice NAN later on. Okay. Let's see if other questions. the recording will be published by HKLA. So later on, will be available on YouTube. And I use the model on the cloud. The data will still be uploaded to the cloud server, right? So if you use the model on the cloud, the process, the computer power, the part of the workload is offload to the Ollama server, not the data. Okay, the data is still running in your local PC. Only the computer power will be offload to the Ollama server. Okay, so this is my answer. And so I think I have answered most of the question to make compile. If you have the last question is if you use the 2A 6000 and we want to make use of the combine or DeepSeek. Okay, so if you have a high computer power, more RAM, then definitely will help. Okay, we'll have to run the local Ollama model. Okay. All right, so I think I have answered all the questions. So any other question you want to ask? Yeah.
Louis, okay, thank you for your great sharing. I think the time is almost run out. And then okay, I need to share a PowerPoint first. Okay, I'm sure you can see my PowerPoint. Okay. First of all, thanks, Louis, great sharing, and thank you, all of your great questions and active participation today. And we should also like to thank our co-organizer, CTU Library, for helping this webinar happen. Before we wrap up, we warmly invite you to join the Hong Kong LA to stay connected and discover more resources and opportunities. You can find details on our website. Okay. And one last thing, please take a minute to fill out the evaluation survey. Okay, I need to share to the chat room. Please wait a second. Oh, I cannot. Okay. Maybe I post the link later. Okay, and before we end, just a quick reminder. Today is the first session of our Zoom webinar series, LLMs, and we got 2 more exciting talks coming up. And the schedule is shown on the poster. If you have not registered yet, we love for you to join us. Thanks again to our speaker, Louis, and to all of you for joining us today. Okay, is there any question? Okay, and then have a nice day, Louis. Okay, goodbye.